eyes are always important, right? No matter if you're painting Otis the Tractor, or if you're painting Abraham Lincoln for the President's Book, it's always the expression in the eyes. You want to really try and nail down as best you can. So there's a quick rendering. Now he has, again, I thought he'd have little feet, little belly button. And then what I like to do is give this drawing some atmosphere. So what I'll do is I'll take a really dirty cottony rag, little cottony fuzzy rag, and I want to do a couple of things here. I want to give the body of Chiro here, little Chiro, I want to give him some form, right? Because the moonlight's coming from above. So light is not hitting underneath his little chin, and underneath his, not even hitting the bottom of his body. But then it's night out. It's night, dark. Hey, Graham, Griff, you haven't seen me do this drawing. Are you paying attention? I'm just playing. They come into my studio all the time and art direct me a lot.
Do you give lessons?
You know, like in general, not really. I haven't done much of that. And I don't know that I have time. I'll give lessons at the Manatee every new book, right, John?
Yeah, pretty much.
Your boys draw?
My boys do draw. Not as much. They, that was one of the things President Obama asked. Do you mind if I bring you into this conversation a little? Okay. Step up a little, just. So President Obama, standing in the Oval Office, asked the boys, are either of you guys going to be artists like your dad? And they both said, no. They basically said it like that. And he laughed and laughed. Didn't he laugh? So yeah, these guys used to draw a lot more, and but you know, my hope and your hope for all of our children is that they find something they love to do, and regardless of what that is. And I don't believe that becoming an illustrator is something you want to push your kids into. Okay, so we have sort of a foggy darkness, right, where the bat lives. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll darken in. I'll smooth this out. Smooth this out, and then I'll do something real fun to finish the drawing. You get more form in Chiro's face. If you didn't see, she was majorly impressed. Thank you, Fee. Thank you. Alright, so the last thing I'll do to keep this simple, now with my real pictures, I labor over these things for hours, right? Sometimes I work on a painting for as much as a whole week on the same painting, especially a big spread that has lots of detail. Some of my pictures I can do in a day, so. Let's get on a roll. So with Chiro, let's really focus on his eyes here. We already see the sun or the moonlight hitting the top of his nose. So let's, your eyeballs are wet and round, right? When light hits them, they sparkle. So let's put just a little sparkle in Chiro's eye to make those eyeballs come alive. And then let's lighten up a little bit at the bottom, because the light travels right through that round, wet eyeball and hits it below. And then around that highlight of those eyes, around that highlight, we'll put our darkest of darks. So I do a lot of my eyeballs. Putting that extra dark around those eyes makes those highlights really brighten up. And then Chiro has a shiny little nose like a little puppy, right? So I want to bring out a highlight in the shiny nose, so I'll just go like this, like that. And then briefly I will suggest those little freckles. And then I'll just erase a little bit of the light hitting the top. And you can draw with this eraser. This is a kneaded eraser, by the way. And you knead it. It's like a little piece of Play-Doh. It's a lot of fun. See how dirty my fingers are? I'm actually cleaning this eraser by stretching it. Then I can make a fine little point, which I can draw with. Essentially erase out little hairs. And then the only other thing I'll do, just for sake of time, is show you that a little light's hitting the top of his wings. And maybe he's flying over the pond. So the moonlight is going down, it's hitting the top of his head, hitting the top of his ears, hitting the top of his wings, hitting the water below and reflecting back up. So I'll put a little reflective light down here on his belly and along the bottom of his chin. So let's see, stand back and look. Not bad, not bad. Let's darken it around him. And does anybody else have any more questions?